Hey, what's up? So, did you miss me? Well, in reality, I only get 7 views per video on average. So I'm not very popular. Some people worry too much about the amount of people that watch their videos. Who cares? What matters is the quality of the content. Okay, and if you don't publicize your videos or your content or your blogs, ebooks, music, whatever, you're very probably not getting what you deserve, especially if you are a good content creator. I've seen music composers that are far, far more talented than even Disney composers, okay? And they get 2,000 views per video. Okay, that's denigrating for the quality of content that they create. But that's the way it is. Okay, you have to admit that not all popular things are meritable of popularity, and vice versa. Some things that merit popularity are of extreme high quality but haven't reached popularity for X, Y, Z reason. And in internet, that means it's probable that they didn't pay for publicity, they don't have a good social network that publicizes their works, right? Because generally, even social networks are prone to economical manipulation. That is, if you pay, you get more exposure to your audience. Nobody should be obsessed about views. It's stupid to think that by getting more views, your fulfillment of life is achieved, okay? Or philosophically that it is meaningful. No, okay? It's just a number, okay? It's commonsensical, but some people really seem obsessed about that. I also get a lot of thumbs down for my videos because they don't like my content. They have the right to express that, and I like that freedom. You have good content and people will still not like it. Or perhaps it's mediocre content and I deserve those thumbs down. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that I feel comfortable with that content creation. Now, the exposure is important, yes. Otherwise, it would be done to be not appreciated by people, and then, humans tend to be social beings, and they get frustrated when they don't get attention, at least a minimum. So it's understandable. But, to get into the bandwagon of thinking that you will become a celebrity, a YouTube celebrity or an internet celebrity just because you have good content is ludicrous. Okay, so let's get our feet on earth, right? Let's touch land and realize that what's important is, what you give and what you expose to the world, even if it's a small audience. Now, I'm not interested at all in reaching thousands of people that watch content on the internet. What I'm more interested in is finding the tribe. What's the tribe, under quotation marks, the tribe, right? The tribe, or my tribe, would be people with which I can relate to. Like 99.9% that of people that I meet are not like that because they are very status quo inclined, right? And so people that are like that tend to really love things as they are, and I am the very opposite of that. So the possibilities of finding somebody, especially in the hometown where I live, is very thin. On the other side, we have internet, and since 1997 that I have been using the internet, I have been also wishing, I have wished, I would say, that that more people would be in alignment with me, instead I've found that the internet is just like the real life, right? Even worse, because it's filled with people that hold no accountability to their typing, to their writings, to their rants on the internet, podcasts or whatnot. And so, because they hold no accountability, because they are not liable to any type of legal documents, and because they are not, it's an international community and different communities have different laws, and because there are, different ways of applying those laws for the internet, and something really new. Also because, there's no physical contact, and so people are more likely to be extrepidous in their decisions, and less likely to think what they're actually saying, because the consequences aren't so severe. Nobody's going to punch me in the face if I say something offensive. So taking all that into account, you realize that, it's a very lonely and miserable place, just like in real life. The only difference is that you still hold hope, because it's a wider audience, still a wider audience than the real life. You might still find a more varied population. So in the physical world, you have a sector of the population just by living physically near them. But in the internet, you have millionaires, you have poor people, poor, like, barely able to buy a cell phone with video capabilities. Or, people that went to the public library and used that because they don't have money for a multifunctional phone. You could have a scientist watch your video, although that's very unlikely, but still probable. It's also, a prostitute could be watching your video, or a feminist, which is, I don't know what's worse, but sorry, I had to get that out of, express it. Anyway, what else? The world is filled with people of different races, different ideologies, which pretty much all suck, because they are stupid. The majority of ideologies are like fixed notions of reality. They don't have multi-dimensionality or anything like that. They're just like, go straight, oh, I don't have an if clause here, I'm going straight. I don't have condition, I don't have will, I don't have, self-determination. I'm just going by the ideology that my parents or my society told me to go to, right? And that always pisses me off, of course. So individuals like that are completely disposable, in my opinion. Not like in a eugenic sense of, kill them, but in the sense that, they are completely not worthy of any decent person's attention. So, that's it. I mean, that's what I really aim at. I don't aim at views. I aim at quality. Whether it is the content that I create, even though perhaps I don't reach it, I don't reach the quality that I would like. I'm using my cell phone, Huawei video's capacity a camera's capacity to shoot this video. So that's how low quality this is. But I still get my ideas out. Why haven't I done it before? Because, time constraints or whatever. I don't think this is even so important. I mean, this doesn't value me. Okay, it just, it's just part of me, but it's not all of it, right? So, is this going to be, the most revolutionary and important video in the world? No. You probably already clicked on the tab, on the X on the tab, on the X, because, you want to close it. But if you haven't, I guess you're still interested in what I have to say, and that's important. I will not be updating this video blogs too often, but I just tend to talk about random things, but sometimes things that are very important. The topics that I like are artificial intelligence and robotics and video games, video game development mostly, and of course languages, language learning, didactics, and pedagogy, and lately math. I've studied a little bit of math because it's needed for what I want to do, and probably if I get any game engine running, I will talk about that too. So thanks for listening. See you later.